Hey guys, so I just want to share with you the whole album start to finish up close so you can see anything that I added after I stopped recording or in between whenever I was recording different parts of the video. So I'm going to show you up close so you can just get a really good look at it. And I've got the autofocus on my camera set on so it'll be able to zoom in. So on the cover I added that "You Are My Happy" sticker to the bottom there. And then I hand wrote "It Was Always You," and I had played around with a piece of vellum from a printable, and I just didn't like the way it was looking. It wasn't turning out right. So even though I hate my handwriting, I just practiced on a piece of paper, and I found that if I wrote really small and in cursive, that I liked the way it turned out. So that's just the finished cover there. This page you pretty much saw me put together. I just added in that little acetate piece there that says "My Valentine." I just used a little bit of glue and tucked it under that wood veneer, and that was pretty much it for that page. And then you saw me insert that little tag. It says "Love Being Together," and that's by Dear Lizzie from the Polka Dot Party Collection. And I was going to write on the back of it, but I think I actually just like the way it looks there. So there you can kind of see the sparkle on that typewriter, and that was from the Wink of Stella brush pen. And then I just journaled on that card, stuck it in there so you can see that, and then that little chipboard piece from Michael's that you saw me add in there. So then on that page, pretty simple. It was one of the first pages I did, and you guys saw me put it together. I really like the way that "us," even though it's pink, I like that it fit right there on that tree, so it kind of looks like it's carved into the tree, or that was the idea that I was going for. So I really like the way that came out. And then there's that piece that I did the ombre embossing powder on, and I just added a bunch of embellishments on that page, a bunch of hearts, and pretty much called it good. And on that vellum piece I did use a little bit of glue dot runner, and you can kind of see through it, but it's not too bad, so I'm okay with it being that way. But if you wanted to try some vellum glue, or if you wanted to staple it on there, just make sure you put staples on before you glue your pages together. And that envelope just has my husband and I's initials, A and K. And on this page I also put our initials. I tried to include those in a few different spots throughout the album, just to reinforce that it's about us. And that paper right there was a scrap piece from Glitz Designs from their Wild and Free collection, so it's just something that I happened to have on hand, so I stuck it under that photo, and I really like the way it came out. Arrows are kind of, you know, Valentine's-y and Cupid-y. And then that page you saw me put together, and it was pretty simple. And then here's the little mini album, and that acetate heart on the front was put on there with just a little bit of glue dots, and since it's printed you can't really see the glue through it, so it was really easy to put on there like that. And that "Oh My Love" flare button came from Michael's, part of the Recollections brand. And then after this video even, I added in a 7 to the front of that album because it's our 7th year together. And then that chipboard piece came from one of the Maggie Holmes chipboard sticker sheet. On that page I just added a little heart. And then I try to do journaling on the white pages, and I put some washi on the white pages, and then I try to do something different on the pattern pieces. So for instance, there's our initials again, and that's from the Crate Paper Love Notes thicker set, and that's where that little heart came from too. And then of course I've always got some tags that I've got printed out from different lines. I save them on my computer, so I can always just find a color that I want, print it out, cut it out, and have a tag for whatever project I'm doing. And that little sticker came from the Dear Lizzie sticker book, and I can't read what it says here, but it just said something like "You always make me laugh." And those little hearts are from Heidi Swap's new sticker sheet. And there's another one of those acetate hearts from Crate Paper, and that little bark heart from Prima, and I really like how I ended up putting it in there. And again, I know you guys heard it in the previous video, but this album, the little mini album, came out really thick. So if you didn't want yours to be as thick, you know, don't put in so many embellishments like I did. That Prima bark heart was pretty thick and the flare button's pretty thick. So you just leave it off. So as you can tell, my album doesn't really sit flat because that little booklet just makes it pop out a lot. So that's the album from start to finish. I showed you everything up close, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel to see more content.